Hi guys, I'm Isubara and I'm going to be doing a review of 2015 in regards to like cosplays and conventions that I've gone to and I've worked on. Like anything that's like a big milestone and just, in general. Why not if you're interested, whatever. So the first convention I went to in 2015 was Katsucon, which was actually my very first time going to Katsucon. Everybody always talked about it. Like all my friends, like on Facebook and everything, everybody was always talking up this convention and the venue and everything, and I really wanted to go, so finally I was able to go after a couple years of wanting to. It was February 13th through the 15th, so Valentine's weekend. A lot of cosplay couples will go and, do a special thing then. And I went with a group of my friends and my ex, who was my girlfriend at the time. We all went together. It was a lot of fun. There was some drama, which is kind of to be expected at a big convention. I mean, it's whatever. The convention was pretty great, despite the drama. The venue is really what makes it Katsucon, I think, in my personal opinion, because it's more of there are different types of conventions. There are some that you go to panels, like, as far as I've heard, like Comic-Con, which I've never gone to, but I've heard it's more like you go to panels and things like that. Then there are some where you go, like Katsucon, and you bring your A game, you bring your best cosplays, because there's not really many panels to go to. It's more of a, hey, you go there, you hang out, you show off your cosplays, you go there to do photo shoots because of the location and the venue and everything. Which is fine, but I didn't really know that much. I didn't really have any, like, big things myself, really, so it was more like a hangout con for me, I guess. And, we did some photo shoots and everything. Like, me and my friends, we did a big group, which I will get into in a minute, because it's the biggest one of the conventions, so I'm going to mention it last. So for this convention, the cosplays I did, one that me and my friend Sam did, I know it's overdone sometimes, but we were doing hipster Disney. Ended up being me and my friend Sam, who was Belle. She was amazing. I absolutely love her. I did hipster Ariel, and for that I have my regular glasses, which are over here. I'm wearing my contacts right now. These are my normal glasses, and there's red, and so I pretty much just used them for her. But because my eyes aren't blue, I used not these contacts. I used non-prescription, like, blue contacts to turn out to be more teal. But for that, it was pretty simple. Like, I just bought one of those, the fish scale skirts. I bought, like, one of the mini skirts. Wore my red Converse that I have had forever. I made a bra for it, like a purple bra thing for it, which I've had a lot of fun. I'm so proud of that bra. And then over that, I wore just a crop top. Like, it was just a white t-shirt that I turned into a crop top, and my best friend painted on it. With glow-in-the-dark purple paint. It was awesome. That was fun. We had a little mini photo shoot with us. It was pretty good. I will be putting the pictures up on my Facebook. I know I have some just general shots of me as Ariel on there with, like, the shell bra and stuff, but I will put those up on there because I do have those pictures. I also did Chiyuki. At the time, though, she wasn't known as Chiyuki because her name wasn't announced. Like, her name didn't come up in the show. Like, she didn't remember her name or anything from Death Parade. So at the time she was Ona, but obviously we all know her name's Chiyuki now. So I did, like, her regular outfit with, like, the blazer and everything. So I really just went to a thrift store, got a pencil skirt and, blazer, and altered them. And wore the same purple bra under shirt top thingy that I made for Ariel. I made the necklace. The wig was just something that my ex had, and then we just cut the bangs, and my roommate just happened to have, like, roommate, best friend, same person. Her name was Daisy. She had, like, a little white extension that we cut and put in the bangs, and everything, and so that was fun. A few people recognized us, which was really cool. Like, we didn't think, because at the time it was still newer, kind of. We didn't think a lot of people would really recognize us, but they did, and it was so cool. It was a lot of fun, so it was something that we did together. There was one other thing a couple things that I was doing there. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember if it was for this convention or just Valentine's Day in general. I'm pretty sure that we did, my memory is horrible, I'm pretty sure we did Isaiah and Shizwo, and we did like Valentine's outfits for it. But that might have been a different convention, now that I think about it. I'm not sure. It might have been, I don't remember. But she made like a giant lollipop, and I had like a red shirt instead of the black shirt under the jacket and everything. It was fun. And she bought me one of those, like, it's downstairs because I'm moving at the end of the month, so I have a bunch of stuff packed. So it's downstairs packed away with a bunch of all my cosplay stuff. But I have one of those like retractable like prop knives. It was a lot of fun. So that was a fun, cute thing that we did. And another thing that I did that was pretty much just me on my own, was there was like a ball there, like a formal, and so I was gonna go as Dave, and I had this vest and everything, and then I didn't have time to do it beforehand. It was either I didn't have time or I didn't think of it beforehand. I don't remember. It might have been both. I don't know. I was hand sewing a gear on in the middle of the hotel room before the event, but because of that, and I'm really slow and I suck at hand sewing, it took me forever, and I missed the event. So then I just wore it and went as like formal fancy Dave to Barstock, which was definitely fun. The drinks were really expensive. In general, food and drinks at the venue was really expensive, so I would advise, if you do want to go to Katsucon, I would advise bringing your own food, because it's just, it was really expensive. Like, it was bad expensive. But the food, it was okay, but I don't think it was just really expensive there. So I know a couple of my friends went on like a date for Valentine's Day there, and it was ridiculously expensive. I wouldn't do it. But that's just me because I'm broke. And then our big group that we did was we had almost every single Sailor Scout. It was for my friend Sam, who, she's an amazing person. I absolutely adore her. She was our Sailor Moon, and it was kind of her dream to have a Sailor Moon group, and so we all decided to do this together. And my wonderful friend Key, or Kieran, call him Key, made everything, and it was amazing. The cosplays are such good quality. I'm so happy. And I, being, one of the smallest people in the group, of course, was Jupiter. Yeah. It was a lot of fun. I loved being Jupiter. I absolutely I love the character. It was a lot of fun. We got stopped so many times, so it's a good thing this wasn't a panel, like a big panel con, because we wouldn't have been able to make it to anything. We were stopped so often, but it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it, and we had a photo shoot that we did. We paid and had a photographer come do photos for us, and it was great. I definitely have pictures of Jupiter on my Facebook page if you want to check it out. It was a lot of fun. I loved that con. Despite the drama, there was definitely some drama going on, the whole bar stuck, me getting completely drunk didn't help. But it was interesting. I'm not going to go into that. But yes, Katsucon, it was great. The dates for next year are going to be February 12th to the 14th, so the last day will be on Valentine's Day, so if you want to do stuff with do something special with your significant other or whatever. I'm not going next year, or this year, because 2016 now, because it's just too close to my moving date, because I'm moving at the end of January. But next year, next year I might be going, but this year I can't. The next con that I went to in 2015 was Toricon, which is a smallish, I don't want to say small, but it was pretty much one of my first conventions. It's in Rochester, New York. It's at RIT. It's every year has been kind of different because they cycle through their stuff, because it is based on a club. So, and because it is on a campus, the rules are a little more strict than other conventions. The weapons, the rules with props and weapons and stuff like that have been getting progressively stricter, which again I can understand, it's a school campus and everything. But it's, to me, even though I'm not from Rochester, it feels like my home con, so I try to go every year. But 2015, because of our move, was our last Toricon. So it was pretty emotional, especially for my friend Daisy, my best friend Daisy, because she's been running the dating games at that convention for a long time, and so that was, her last one at her like, starting con, you know what I mean? Like, the con where she pretty much established herself as a panelist. And so she cried during both of her last dating games, and, you know, it was pretty good though. Like, ToraCon, you know, there's sometimes there's issues with, like, you know, everybody always complains about something, you know, but there's usually issues at that con, but they're not really huge. So I always have a good time at ToraCon because it is, like, my local con, and so it's all my friends there, and I go and I hang out, you know. The only panels I really go to are ones that either I'm a part of or my friends are doing, you know, stuff like that, but it's a lot of fun there. And the cosplays I did there, I went as Marshall Lee, because my best friend Daisy was being Fiona, so we did this, like, a group cosplay together. It was really cute. I did Aerith from Final Fantasy VII with my ex, who was Zach, so, and her best friend who was doing Cloud, so we did, like, our little Final Fantasy VII love triangle group. It was a lot of fun. Aerith was actually last minute. Like, the night before we left for the con, like, the day before we left for the con, I made this whole cosplay in, 6 hours? 5 to 7 hours, something like that. Maybe less than that. I don't remember. It was really quick, because I was just like, hey, because originally I planned to do it, but then other stuff got in the way, and I was like, I'm not going to have the money or the time to make this or anything, but I had the wig, because my ex bought me the wig a while back for it. So I had the wig, and I was like, okay. Last minute, I decided, hey, I'm going to do this anyway. Why not? Because they're still doing the group. I want to be part of it. So I, last minute, got my roommate to take me thrift shopping, which I found the base for, the skirt. I got fabric. We went to get fabric. I made the skirt from scratch, and then I got 2 tank tops, like the pink one that goes under and the white one, and I bought a bunch of lace and, like, all this stuff. Made it, because it was her outfit from Crisis Core, where she has the skirt with the ruffles and the frills, and then the tank tops and everything, and the bow and everything, which we just happened to have ribbon for the bow. So that was really quickly made, but I got a lot of compliments on it, which was nice. I don't think I'm going to remake her, because she's not one of, like, my favorite characters of all time. I'm really not going to worry too much. I did it, it's done, you know. Another one I did, what I'm okay with, was Akane from Psychopath, because we were doing a group, again, with my ex and her best friend, because her best friend's Tennessee, so she was coming up for this con, so we were doing a lot of group stuff. Well, for me, it was only 2. The rest they did groups, and I did other stuff. But, Akane, which was a lot of fun. I had to get, you know, the wig for it and everything, which, again, my ex bought for me because I was going through financial troubles at the time. But it was, you know, relatively simple. You know, it just had the, you know, the skirt and basically a lot similar to Chiyuki, except that obviously the shirt isn't up to here. It's like a regular length, whatever. So it's pretty simple. It's basic stuff. I got the shoes at a thrift store, which they were almost perfect. Like, it was great. I didn't talk about my construction for Marshall Lee or anything, because it was really just a red plaid shirt and my blue jeans and my red Converse. Right? And a wig that I borrowed from my best friend. And Snazaroo, which I've had forever because I was a Homestuck in 2012, still am. So I've had Snazaroo. And I had fangs from a long while back. I don't know if it was 2011, maybe? It was when I first got my vampire fangs, because I was doing a cosplay with a bunch of friends, which was kind of an obscure manga nobody knew about, by the same creator of Black Butler. So that was fun. And then I also did Dave Strider, because he's always my comfortable cosplay. I ended up doing him with my just regular glasses, because my red contacts actually were hurting. So, like, I took my red contacts off, changed from Marshall Lee into Dave, just for comfort. Excuse me. And the dates for that, for this year, are April 23rd to the 24th, if anybody in the Rochester area would be interested, or if anybody's willing to travel for, you know, a small, cute, comfy con, you know. I won't be going, obviously. Okay. Now, the next 2 conventions I went to in 2015 are pretty much the biggest ones for me. The most life-changing, most impacting on my life. That's probably the wrong way to say that sentence. Whatever. The next one was MetroCon, which was June 11th to the 14th in Tampa, Florida. It was oh my god, it was such an amazing convention. Like, oh, so many good things. It was such a positive experience. There was pretty much no drama as opposed to the other two cons we went to. Like, virtually no drama. Just so much fun with my friends. I went with, a bunch of my friends and everything, and it was just, oh, I loved it. It was amazing. I was just so happy the entire time. I mean, yeah, we were like really hot because it was in Florida in June, but I don't care. It was great. The cosplays we did a, let's see, for the first day we did a surprise cosplay, which we told nobody until the con, but because our little teaser picture was a pom-pom, I feel like, okay, some sort of cheerleader, right? So me, Daisy, Key, and Ash were doing the 3 cheerleaders and Duke Devlin from Yu-Gi-Oh! Specifically from Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge, because we had Sexy Beck playing on my friend's phone with I think I brought my speakers, or someone brought speakers, carrying them around the convention. It was a lot of fun. A lot more people recognized us than we really would have thought. I mean, we know Yu-Gi-Oh! Was popular, but we thought it was kind of like past its time kind of thing. So we didn't really expect it to get as much attention as it did. We even ended up, like, at MetroCon, the staff will take pictures and put it on their official, like, Twitter feed, or their official Twitter, and it shows, like, on screens throughout the convention and everything. And at one point, we were just walking by and we saw us up on there. We're like, oh, that's really cool. So, we all went to the Twitter and, like, liked it and whatever. I'm not really active on Twitter, I don't know. All that fun stuff. It was really, really cool. Let's see. So that was a lot of fun. Key made our cheerleader outfits, so they would be uniform and everything, of course. And I was the blonde one. Key was the one with the short black hair. And Daisy was the one with the long, like, I think it was like red or brown hair. I don't know. And let's see, I have a list on my phone right in front of me, so the next one I'm going to talk about last, because it's my big one. We also did Kingdom Hearts group, which was a lot of fun. We did a lot of, like, well, I say a lot again. We did some things together. It was really cool. I did Shion. We did a Kingdom Hearts group. Key was Roxas. I used to be Roxas, but I just kind of, like, passed the torch kind of thing. They were amazing. Ash did their wigs. So Roxas, and then Ash was Axel, and their wigs were phenomenal. Ash did the wigs and everything. I was Shion, so there wasn't really too much to work with at the wig. It was, hey, let's fix up the bangs a little, whatever. It's pretty simple. It doesn't really need excessive styling. And Daisy was Demix, which she's had for a long time, so that was really cool to, like, bring it all together. So we did Kingdom Hearts, not only because it was something we've always wanted to do, but also because of somebody at this convention, which I will get into when I'm done, talking about the cosplays itself. Then next I brought Jupiter, and I'm not sure, but I think we just brought all of our Sailor Scout cosplays. I don't remember what everyone else did. I just remember I brought Jupiter. It was a lot of fun. I think this is the one where I saw Sayaka, and we had, like, a little magical girl moment where, like, we hung out with the other magical girl cosplays. There were, like, Madoka cosplayers there, so we were just, like, hanging out with them, and it was really cool. The Sayaka was adorable, and Sayaka's my Madoka character that I'm gonna be working on after I move. So I was like, yes, talking to you, and it was really cool. And then there was a Homestuck, like a prom stuck thing event, so we all brought Homestuck cosplays for that. Like, I was Dave, which I wore what I worked on for Katsu. I actually got to wear it to a formal event now. So I did my Dave, which Ash did my freckles for me, which I love because he's amazing. He's a makeup artist, so it was fucking great. So he did my, sorry about language, censor bar. He did my makeup for that, or like my freckles for that. Ash was Dirk, Key was Jade, and Daisy was Rose. And Daisy actually won a dancing contest there, which was so cool. Like, it was like a dance-off thing, and she won. It was a bunch of candy, and her being her, shared it with everybody, because she's like that. I need it all, but but she saved some for me, which is nice. And it was really great. Now, my big cosplay for this was a solo one. Everything else was groups. This is a solo one I did for me, for the venue, because I'm in Florida, and I've always wanted to cosplay this character, and it is probably my best cosplay that I've ever made. I cosplayed Riku from Final Fantasy X too, like with the bikini and everything. Every bit of it was made 100% from scratch. Even the belt, the earrings my friend Sam made for me, and the scarf she made for me. And and I was wearing a chocobo necklace that she made a while back and gave to me, so I was like, I'm gonna wear it, it's cute. And see, the boots were painted by Daisy, but they were cut and everything else by me, with some help from Daisy and Key with like, with the edging and stuff like that. Because the Metrocon trip was more like a road trip where we stopped in different areas and visited friends. So we stopped in South Carolina to visit our friend Sam, and we're finishing up stuff there. So we were all like working together to finish last minute stuff. Because they were doing Percy Jackson, so they were working on some of their stuff, and so I was working on some Riku stuff, and it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. So, other than, showing off my amazing Riku cosplay, which I'm so proud of, and I'm so happy with it, even though I'm going to be remaking the skirt and the top, and Sam is remaking the scarf. Brain fart. Okay. Oh yeah, and also a lot of people stopped me for pictures because I'm so proud of that Riku. Okay, so, the big thing with Metrocon, I got to meet, I say just me, we all did. The only one of us who wasn't into them for a long time was Ash, because he's a little bit younger, so he wasn't like actively into certain fandom things as we were, because age and everything. But we got to meet Parley Productions, which to me, Daisy and Key were pretty much our world. Like, if it wasn't for Parley Productions, none of us would have met. And we would not have been really good friends, because if it wasn't for them, none of us would have probably cosplayed from Kingdom Hearts. And we all met because we cosplayed from Kingdom Hearts all the way back in 2010. So, and we had been following them since before 2010, like 2009, 2008. We've been cosplaying since about that long too. We didn't meet until 2010. But, now these two are some of my best friends in the entire world. And I'm going to be moving in with them, and we're going to be doing so many wonderful things together once we get all situated, with like cosplay videos and all sorts of really great things that are going to be coming out, and I will keep you guys updated and all that fun stuff as it comes, which we're, going to be working out a production name and everything soon too, which Keith thought of a great one, but not announcing that yet. So we got to finally meet them. They were amazing. They were the sweetest people ever. I'm so glad I met them. So Jack and Kelly and Sasha, oh my god, Sasha was amazing to me. Jeffrey was amazing to me. Like, they're all amazing. They give great hugs. But it was just amazing meeting them, and I really hope they go again this year, because we are planning on making Metrocon one of our annual cons that we always go to, because it's in Florida, and we're going to be moving to South Carolina, so that's going to be one of our normal ones that we're going to go to every year, hopefully, and hopefully they're invited back. The dates for this year are going to be July 21st to the 24th, so it's a little bit later in the year, and that's actually closer to mine and Key's birthdays, because Key's birthday is a few days before mine, so our birthday's in July, so that'd be really cool to do like a birthday thing. But yeah, Metrocon is such a good con. Like, there were a lot of panels. We actually splurged the money for the VIP badges, and it was worth it, because we got to, get really good seats to these panels. We went to every single Parley panel except for the first one, because we weren't able to make it for that one. Oh my god, it was amazing. And we got a lot of impromptu photo shoots where we got really good shots, and like, the photographers didn't ask to be, like, we didn't have to pay them, because they asked us if they could take pictures of us, and it was really kind of like an honor to be asked, hey, can we do a photo shoot of you? Like, that's amazing. So that was in our Kingdom Hearts cosplays. We had a photo shoot, a couple of photo shoots, a couple of photographers said they want to take pictures of us, which is so flattering. Like, oh my god, being asked to have a picture taken at a convention is amazing, because it's like they appreciate the character, how they think you look good as the character. It's amazing. Oh, and forgot to mention, our amazing Organization 13 coats were all made by Key, and they are fucking gorgeous, and I love my coat so much. I would show it off if it wasn't packed away. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful, I love it so much. But yes, Metrocon, I can go on and on and on about how amazing Metrocon is, but there's one more convention I need to get to. So, well, actually, there's two more conventions. I forgot. There was another convention I went to this year. or this last year, sorry, 2016 now. I keep messing that up. Anyway, the next con was Liberty City Anime Con in White Plains, New York is where it was. It moved locations for this year. It was the first time ever for this convention. It was the first year for it. It was August 28th to the 28th to the 30th. It was the first time doing it. It was a lot of fun. It was a really, really good beginner con. I really want to talk about this convention. So it was a really good like beginner con because it wasn't huge. It was a really good size. It wasn't too small. It wasn't too big. They had a really good amount. They had a decent amount of panels. They had some really good panels going. Which sounds kind of pompous in the next part. That we were also panelists, but it was a really amazing experience. Everybody there was super friendly. The staff was wonderful. It was ran pretty smoothly, considering it was the first time ever for this con. There were a lot of con newbies there, and which makes me really happy that it was run well, because they all went away with a really great first time con experience, which means they're most likely going to come back next year and bring people so that con's going to grow, which I'm really happy because it's such a good con. It's actually going to be in New York City this year. It's going to be in the Crown Plaza Hotel in Times Square, August 19th to the 21st. So you probably should go because it's amazing. And so the cosplays I went, we brought back our Kingdom Hearts cosplays that we did for Metro. And we had a couple shoots there. Not really so much shoots as it was like people taking pictures of us. We had a couple little shoots there. Actually no, I mixed it up. MetroCon, we didn't have a photo shoot. We got photo shoots at Liberty City. We had our own photo shoot at MetroCon that we did amongst friends kind of thing. Like, Daisy did photo shoots with the three of us because we were the three, Shion, Roxas, and Axel. Liberty City is the convention that other photographers were asking us to take our pictures, which was extremely flattering, and they turned out wonderfully, and I love all the pictures. I love them all. If you go on my cosplay page, the, what's it called? The cover photo, yes, the cover photo is from one of those impromptu photo shoots, but I can't talk. So it was a lot of fun. So I got to wear Shion again, which I'm kind of mixed on how I feel about Shion, because she wasn't who I originally cosplayed as for Kingdom Hearts. I always cosplayed as Roxas, and Roxas is dear to my heart, and I will always internally be Roxas. And Shion started to grow on me, because at first I didn't really like her because I didn't feel like she had much character, but she's finally starting to grow on me. I'm starting to understand her a bit more, which is really nice. Other characters I did, there was a ball, like a little ball. It was called the Magic 8 Ball, which was so cute. So me being the big nerd I am, I'm Homestuck trash, had to go as Vriska. So I had this really cute white dress that I bought that summer, or earlier, it was earlier, I don't remember when it was. So I wore it as Vriska. I did like a human Vriska, because I forgot my horns mostly. I forgot my horns, and I brought my arm socks, and I think I brought the paint, but I forgot my horns, so I just did human Vriska. It was a lot of fun. I met some amazing people there, because I'm jumping all over the place, I'm so sorry, I can't. Because the ball reminded me that I danced with some people. I met Marcy and April, who we all call Cinnamon Roll, for very good reason. I met them both at this con because Key invited Marcy and Daisy invited April, and now they are both really dear to me. They're amazing people. I danced with them during the ball. It was a lot of fun. It was such a good experience. And then the last cosplay I did was Sasha from Attack on Titan, where I used my Jupiter wig. April brought a jacket for me to wear, and also like the butt cape, which she let me keep because she had an extra one, and the straps that were hers as well, which I think she let me keep. I don't remember. I'll have to look. They were old straps. I think she let me keep them. I don't remember. So I had the straps and everything, and then I had, even though she was a gray shirt, it was a last minute thing, so I just got a white blouse. And we actually cut the shirts and made them bloody. We had all sorts of wounds and everything, because Ash had some really great special effect makeup, so we got like a post-mission kind of thing. So that was a lot of fun. We got to do that. break some hearts and stuff. It was great. Got some nice pictures and everything. I don't have any of the pictures. I think they're on Tumblr. I'm not sure. I'll have to look. But when I find the pictures, I'll put them on my Facebook page as well. So the big thing about Liberty City was we were panelists. Ash and Key were, well, Ash and then Key helped, I think, was originally, because this is the original plan. They were doing the makeup panel, and then we were doing there were 2 dating games, and a Kingdom Hearts Ask the Organization kind of panel. So four panels, okay? 4. So what happened was one of the dating games was, the dating games were in too small of rooms because we were used to filling huge auditoriums with this, right? So we asked to get a bigger room, and the only way that they were able to do that is if they added an extra one to the last day, which would give us a bigger room. But because it was added, not many people showed up because it was added last minute, so it wasn't in the booklets or anything, and it was the last day, so people were trying to, leave their hotels and everything, and it was really early. But after that, we decided, hey, why not keep doing more? So we asked if we could do a Cosplay 101 panel, and the staff, they found an empty room at a good time, and they're like, okay, you can do it at this room at this time. I'm like, alright, that's perfect. So before that, this all happened and everything, and then later on, Daisy got approached by staff, and they're like, hey, how you feeling right now? And she's like, I'm fine, what's up? They asked if we would want to take over a panel because it was about 15 minutes, the panelists were about 15 minutes late for their own panel, and it looks like they weren't showing up. And it was a gender and cosplay panel, so Key and Ash would pretty much be the best ones for this or whatever, but all of us have still, in general, have experiences with gender and cosplay, as everyone does, especially cosplaying a lot of people that are not our genders, right? So we're like, okay, we could probably do this. So that panel was right before, and the one that we were the one right before our Cosplay 101 panel in the same room. So we just stayed in that same room for 2.5 hours. So we ended up doing 7 panels, which was actually a lot of fun. It was so much fun, and it was amazing. We pretty much were running the panels at this con, which I don't want to sound arrogant, but that's pretty much what it was. Everybody kept seeing our faces. But it was good because we've been running panels for a long time, so I think it's good that they had experienced panelists helping with this con, right? So it was a lot of fun. And then they actually brought us a pizza during one of the last panels of the day. They brought us pizza, which was really nice because a lot of us hadn't eaten yet that day. We just kind of went and just panel to panel, and we didn't get to eat. But, they brought us pizza, which was really sweet of them. Which, thankfully, was cheese pizza because I'm a vegetarian and I could eat it, yes. Sorry. Anyway, so that was really cool. And then after the panel, one of the staff approached us and they're like, hey, can you come here? Can you come with me? So they took us to their green room, their staff green room, and pretty much one of the main staff there approached us and they were like, okay, so thank you so much for, for everything you've been doing. We're like, no problem. We enjoy it. We absolutely love running panels. It's pretty much what we want to do. So they invited us back next year. We are already pretty much guaranteed we're getting free badges. We're not sure. We have to contact them right now because they're posting their guests for this year now. But we need to contact them to make sure that we are official guests. And everything to make sure that's all settled. So we had to contact them just to make sure. So I'm not promising that we are going to be panelists next year, but we're pretty certain that this year is going to be August 19th to the 21st, like I said, in Crown Plaza Hotel, New York City. It'll be really great. Everybody should check it out because it's a really, really good growing con. It's so much fun. I love doing the panels. It was definitely a lot of fun. So you should definitely check that out. So now that those 2 big ones are out of the way, I can just talk, about the rest of the year. So obviously Halloween for a cosplayer is interesting. So I just did, I wasn't sure what I was going to do because, Halloween is hard because you don't want to go over the top, but you also don't want to slack off. So my not doing too hard was not wearing a wig. Okay, just put that out there. So I just used my hair, and I went as Harley Quinn, but it was Bombshell Harley, so I used my old because I used to cosplay America. I used his old bomber jacket, took the lettering or the numbers off the back, used that, bought a bra, black strapless bra at a thrift store. JC painted one half of it with the diamonds and everything. I borrowed her Eloise shorts. My boyfriend, I was doing this with him. He got me the black and the white tights, which actually came with little diamond things I ended up cutting off because it was like a Harley Quinn Halloween store type thing, so I just ripped them off. I was like, I don't need these. And then I already had boots that went with it and everything, so and I used my America dog tags. Like, it was really simple. The makeup was fun. It was pretty simple. I think I have pictures of her on my cosplay page. If I don't, I'm sorry, I'll put them up. I'm actually going to check it out when I'm done recording this, so hopefully some of those things will be up there. And now the last one that I went to, that for Halloween I just went to my friend's house, so it wasn't like a big deal. Now the last con of the year was November 20th to the 22nd. It was BearCon, which is which is at Potsdam. At the college and everything, SUNY Potsdam. It's called BearCon, and Daisy has been staffed there for many years. So that was a lot of fun going there. I went last year and it was really great. It was going to be her last BearCon because of the move and everything. So at the end, it was really sweet. The staff gave her a card and everything. And it was really emotional for her. Not so much for me because I wasn't as attached. It was really emotional for her to leave them and everything. Since the staff was mostly her friends and everything, but a lot of them were graduating and moving on. So the cosplays I did there was I brought Shion, but that was just me on my own. No one cosplayed with me because it was just me and Daisy were the only ones that went to that con because it's close to our home right now. It was like an hour or an hour and a half drive, something like that. So I went as Shion just because the first day we're gonna get there pretty late. I just wanted to wear something comfortable, so no binder basically, and no paint or anything like that. And then I did Marshall Lee because she was Fiona. So we did Marshall Lee and Fiona, which we did for our dating games because we ran the dating games there again. So for our dating games, we did Marshall Lee and Fiona. And then my ex and I did Sock and Jonathan from Welcome to Hell, which is, if you haven't seen Welcome to Hell, you should check it out. It's really great. It's somebody's like final project or something, one of their classes. It's really great. You actually should check out their Tumblr too because there are a lot more characters that aren't in the actual animation that do exist in the universe of the story that you do see on their Tumblr. So you should check out the Tumblr, the creators' Tumblr and everything. So just look Welcome to Hell and you'll find it. So that was a lot of fun. The hat was something I've never done before. So it was a lot of work, but it was really worth it. I'm really happy with how it came out. My ex made the goggles, which are just secured to the hat. The scarf was just a red scarf that I've had since college. There's a whole story about how I got that, but it doesn't matter right now. The vest I made from scratch. The blue shirt I bought online, like the bluish shirt I bought. I had to shorten it though because it was like a longer sleeve shirt. The jeans are just jeans I had, or I think I got them at a thrift store. I don't remember. I think I got them at a thrift store. I don't know. The socks I got from Sock Heaven, or I can't remember the name of the site, but whatever. Those socks I got. I really like those socks. The shoes actually are mine. The shoes actually are a work in progress. They're actually my best friend's. They're Daisy's shoes. The laces I just got from like Walmart or whatever. That could be worked on, but didn't really care too much about the shoes for that. So that was a lot of fun. Working on sock. The wig, I love the wig. It's so fluffy. We have some pictures that they just be edited and everything. Then those will be up on my cosplay page as well. I'm really proud of that cosplay and how everything turned out with that. But yeah, so that is my cosplay year, like 2015 cosplay year in review, I guess. I don't know, some big crazy title like that. I don't know. That's what that is. But yes, I will post a link to my cosplay page so you can see all the pictures of all those cosplays. Sock Dreams, that's the name of the website. Yes, Sock Dreams is the website I got the socks. It's a wonderful, wonderful company. I also have sock glue from there too. But yes, I will actually post links to the convention websites in the description below as well, so you can check those out. I don't know, like, I don't know, I remembered I didn't put the date for BearCon because I'm not sure the dates of that for this year because we're not going and anything. But yes, so those were my cosplays and conventions of 2015. And I think that's everything. I'm not forgetting anything. Okay, and so because there's this big move coming up, I'm actually hopefully going to be documenting move downs. I'll be recording, so there should be like a little like montage video of that coming up at some point after we're done getting all set up in South Carolina. And after we're done after we're all settled down there, you should, you know, expect some more content coming out, because, you know, we will be doing more. I'm also working on Let's Plays. I have some recorded and edited. I have to upload some of those. So this channel will become more active in this year. That is my goal for 2016, is become more active on this channel. Expect to see more coming up soon. And I will update on the cosplays as I move down. So, I will see you guys around. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, hit me up, add me on my, like my cosplay page. You could always just send me a message, whatever. I'm super friendly. And now I've probably talked your ear off about useless junk. And I will see you guys in the next video, alright? Bye!